Hello everyone, Phantom here. Welcome to my Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail playthrough. If you want to see what I'm up to lately, you can find me on Twitch at the link in the description below. While you're down there, consider subscribing or liking. It helps me and my human more than you'd think. Enjoy the show. Perhaps we should head back to the outskirts. I dare say your friends will have also returned by now. My thanks for helping again for dealing with the fiends. Come and visit us anytime. They have Ronique here too. That's interesting. And they appear to be unchanged. I mean, they are probably just not worth the effort to change the character model, but you know, if they felt it was important for things to have changed in 30 years, then they would have done it. So much of Alexandria I would love to show you. Do you hear that?
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
I'm glad you could make it.
Are you with us?
Queen Sphene has come to see you.
We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right.
No, Namika.
What's the matter, dear?
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
No.
Namika, it's me. Wuklamat.
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end.
Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end. Be not afraid. Your memory will live on, in us.
living on in memory. The giants share a similar belief.
Wait, where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
Oh dear.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
It's not the end.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss.
No, there's
Where
more
shall
to
we
that.
begin?
There's more to that subject.
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a Void Gate, or even with the Crystal Tower. In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining. Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second.
I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm. The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's noxious influence.
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphyn's as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
course. Our next stop ought to be Everkeep.
She didn't
That
confirm or
tower
deny
over
that.
yonder.
She didn't confirm or deny that.
Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs. Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoraljar resides.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoraljar do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoraljar's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm. It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa, you might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunder Yards? Is that where she is?
I am afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunder Yards, and all will be made clear.
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep, anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
Are we going type 0 on this? Are we going type 0 on this? Can we not do that, please? No agito.
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud. Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
So this is just like in Final Fantasy Type 0, aka Final Fantasy Agito, where basically when someone dies, everyone forgets them. Except this is a manual storage of those memories in a server, basically. Removing them from everybody's head and storing them all together so that it preserves that person, their memories, and all the memories that other people have of them. Is what I'm assuming. but it's the same effect on the people who forget them. It's as if they never existed. So whenever anybody dies, they just get forgotten. It's incredibly frustrating, and I could not stand it. It's why I didn't want anything to do with Type 0 HD. That, and it just wasn't an interesting game to me, but yeah, I need a moment to process, and my human needs a moment for the bathroom, so I will be back in about 5 minutes. This is very intriguing. And I'm back. Okay. I've never seen or heard of anything like this before. As far as I could tell, Pepone genuinely had no recollection of Namika. We'll see how it is with other people. This is very unsettling. What's going on? How could Pepone suddenly forget about Namika? It's as if he never knew her. Could the same thing have happened to the others as well, I wonder? There's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries about Namika in the area. We can reconvene afterwards at the 8th right. So... Also, I doubt it was Genshin Impact that first did the whole terminal on the head messing with your memories thing, but this very much reminds me of Akasha terminals. Like, this when I first saw that thing on Zoralja's head, I was like, they're wearing Akasha terminals. This is not good. They're wearing Akasha terminals. This is not good. My immediate reaction was that thing needs to be broken now. Rip it off his head. Break it. Smash his skull if you have to. Get that thing off of him. An old woman named Namika. I'm afraid I don't know that person. Sorry I couldn't be of help. What's that? Do I know Namika? Never met anyone by that name, and I've worked here at the outskirts for a good while now. If she spent time here, I would remember. I do recall caring for someone until recently, and you say that it was a woman named Namika? Well, I can't be certain if it was her, I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just been taken up to the cloud. Literally uploaded to the cloud and out of everybody's mind. God. This is... Those terminals, I'm telling ya. They're evil. So was this thing for everyone? Not a single person remembers Namika. It's as if her memory has been purged from their minds. While such a thing might be done with magic, to alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We would have felt a surge of ether corresponding to that too, and I sensed none in that moment. Neither did I, but I did notice something else. Right before Pepone seemingly forgot, a light in the device on his head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone also said something about soul cells? But who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect we would only cause confusion. Indeed. We can't readily solve the mystery about Namika. Perhaps we could have searched for Karkiwa instead. Seems that to try the Thunderlords. It should be in this direction. Oh. Hello? Impossible! Hmm? Another kind of mechanical soldier? It looks dangerous. We better destroy it. Ah! It's not dangerous. It doesn't have a weapon. It's actually kind of cute. Should we give chase? I think I understand our words. Might be worth asking some questions. Anvil, are you alright? You look like you'd seen a ghost. It's nothing. I am fine. Well, it went down in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try to track it down. I have a suspicion, I'm not gonna voice it, but I have a very not cool suspicion. Nothing but birds over here. What voice could it be? Yeah, I'm right then. There it goes. You found it? That cave to the northeast, then it must be bound for the mines. Come on then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. It's not a trap. It's just more depression waiting for us. Aggro that thing. An old coal mine? It appears to have long since been abandoned, like so many other places. I think it's safe to assume it went into the mines. So it went in here? The stones in those crates could be turquoise. I heard faint voices coming from inside. So it's not alone. But we're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready for a fight, everyone. would appear no one has broke these halls in quite some time. I'm not worried. I've had to improvise countless times before, after all. The tunnel just keeps going. It defies me with electro. Seems to be the only one here. I can hear them. Several people up ahead. I can make out their conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay on your guard. I'm prepared for big sads.
What is this?
Aaronville!
A trap!
It really is you!
Huh?
Who?
I just have to get a look at you in the light. And I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Elderspiel!
My darling, what now?
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Oh dear. Fussy little bun? I don't know if I can be properly sad about this.
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
Since she lost her body, apparently.
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galoo Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face! Alan Espear was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope?
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
I'm sorry?
Oh, but this won't do. Come in! Friends of my Elnespia are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place, how are things still getting stranger?
Because this is first Astral Era tech, I'm positive of it. The second Umbral calamity, which brought about the end of the first astral era, was the calamity of lightning. This is a giant ball of lightning. This tech predates the elegance by a long margin. So I'm guessing that this is first astral era tech. I can't understand what's going on, but at least Kakiwa is safe. The Elegants have machines that could be controlled remotely. Is she using something similar to communicate with us? At this point, I doubt anything could possibly surprise me. Annabelle's mother is a floating machine. Right. That makes about as much sense as everything else thus far. Alice being real here. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can think of few people in the world quite so spirited. But as to what's happened, we'll need to ask her.